Hello YouTube, this is Jim from County Corvette. I have a very special 67 390. I sold this car twice over the past 20 years. It was restored about 22 or so years ago. It had been run through the NCRS. It was a highly judged car and did real well. And then I sold it to an orthopedic surgeon out in, I guess it was Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, in that area. And then I got it back about 8 to 10 years ago. And another good customer here traded his 67 small block on this. And he just traded this in on a 2015. So I love it when I get cars back. It doesn't take much work to go through the car. This car has probably not 1,000 miles on it since it was restored over 20 years ago. It's been impeccably maintained. We've done a lot of the maintenance on it. Now, when it just came back, we did an operations check on it. It needed some brake calipers, and the heater core was actually steaming the windshield a little bit, so we put a new heater core in it, and a power, the headlight motor switch was acting up. We replaced that, and we had to rebuild the clock. So we did all that stuff to it. This car needs nothing, and I'm just going to go over it with you. It's a real clean, straight body. It's completely numbers matching, engine, trans, rear, chassis. The glass all matches on it. I believe it's all original glass except for the windshield, which is a date-coded correct piece of glass. The interior is in just beautiful condition. Overall, it is, it's just a great-looking, ready-to-go car. And obviously, it is, the original color combination. As I said, the car had been judged extensively in the NCRS, back in the day. Hasn't been judged in a while, but it's still very correct. It is an original power steering and power brake car. It is. I have the original protective plate for this car. It never had a tank sticker from what I recall, and we checked again, but it was not there, unfortunately. So, that brings the value down a little bit. We've had a few of these cars in here over the past 6 months. This car reflects that lack of tank sticker. It's in the 120 range, not the 140 or so range. And overall, like I said, this car is dialed in. It does not need anything. Starts right up, runs, drives. We're going to take you for a ride in it. But again, I've looked the car over, and it's it's all there. It still has the correct radiator, correct horns, correct horn relay, carburetor, distributor, starter, exhaust manifolds, and underneath it looks fantastic. It looks real fresh under there. It's got the correct riveted ball joints, all the inspection marks. The half shafts are the correct. They've been retubed and they still look fresh. So look at the pictures of this thing underneath. It stands tall. It does have radial red lines on it. I have a set of original bias ply Firestones if you want them. They can be included in the sale. It is a black top on this car. It's a dated correct Alnock top, and all the chrome is superb on it. All the stainless steel is polished. The trim rings are perfect, no dings. It's just a really tall standing car. So let's take you for a ride in it. Okay, now as you can see here, I hope the gauges in here have all been rebuilt, but they're original gauges. They're not the reproduction with the different face. Everything in here is original. We did, like I say, rebuild the clock, and we did put a quartz movement in it. I have included the old clock with the mechanical magnetic movement in it. That goes with the car. It has the stock AM/FM radio, which works nice. Everything works in this car as it should. We have original dash pads in here. Now the seat covers and door panels are Alnock reproduction, as are the carpets. All excellent quality. The parking brake works as it should. A lot of these cars don't hold, but this one does. Everything's adjusted properly, and that's the way it's supposed to work. I know I always say this if you watch my YouTube videos, but you know, I see cars all the time and all this stuff just doesn't work, and people, you know, just shrug it off and say, well, it's, you know, it's an old car. But, you know, you can't ask top dollar for, you know, an old car where stuff doesn't work, particularly on a car that, you know, is being sold as restored. When I see a car that's restored, it should be restored properly, and it should run and drive like it did from the factory. So we're gonna let this thing warm up a little bit, and we'll take it for a nice little drive to show you what it can do. Now, again, it has power steering and power brakes, so it's an easy, very nice car to drive, very effortless, and just a real pleasure. This car is also an original factory side exhaust car. It's not added on, and that adds a significant value to one of these cars, because they didn't make a lot of side exhaust cars in general. Most of the ones you see are add-ons, and that's okay. But when you see one that's original, it just makes it that much better of a car. But this thing has a nice tone to it, and it just really runs and drives quite nicely. Transmission's nice and soft, smooth, shifts as it should. No surprises, no issues. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, this is a 370 rear in this car with a close ratio M21 transmission. It's a nice day here today in Pennsylvania. It's not warm, but it's certainly not cold. This thing runs nice and smooth. There's no misses or hesitation in it. I do think I'm going to align this car, because it does pull to the left a little bit, and I don't like the way that feels. I don't like when a car pulls in any direction. It should go down the road straight. So we'll do a quick alignment on it. We'll do a four-wheel and make sure everything's where it should be. As I've said before, a lot of times people just get used to these cars when they start pulling in different directions, and it just shouldn't be how it is. So that is the first time I've driven this car in a while, probably over 10 years. I didn't drive it when it came in, the mechanics did, and I'm going to request that we do an alignment on it, but that'll be done before it's out there for sale. The brakes feel great on it. Like I said, we did do calipers on it. So this will make a nice driver for somebody. And, you know, it could be shown NCRS if you want to put the tires back on it. And the paint is base coat, clear coat. There's going to be some deductions for that. But because it's older, you know, it's starting to show a little bit of patina. I think it'll do pretty well. So thanks for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of new inventory coming in and a lot of great videos.